Welcome back to Spreading the Floor. My name is Jacob Cooperman. Directly to my left, we have Nigel Petty Fernandez. Today, we're going to be talking about USA's recent elimination from the FIBA tournament. We would kind of just go over our thoughts concerning the, gelling of the squad, the cohesion, and why we kind of underperformed considering the amount of talent we have not only on the roster, but with coaching. I mean, Greg Popovich, you got him as the head coach. You got Steve Kerr as assistant. I just your thoughts about like what went wrong?
Well, like we said earlier, what went wrong? I mean, looking at the roster, it's clear that there was no one that stands out as a clear leader. There was no one really there to really take the team under his wing. Like we can compare it to great NBA teams. Like LeBron carried the Cavs in 09. You can say LeBron was the leader. There was no. I mean, comparing them to LeBron, that's tough. But there was no one to really take that place. I mean, the only real first option on the team was Kemba Walker, or Donovan Mitchell was there. Yeah. But neither one of them, are known to
step
really
up like that.
Yeah, and Donovan Mitchell's still young as well. He's only 23.
Do you think that? I think that kind of leadership, because he plays on the Jazz, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's got like a team that he's that guy on the Jazz. So I think over time that kind of mentality will probably develop. But right now, like I agree with you. I don't think he's ready to step up, especially on the international level like that.
Yeah.
I don't think he's ready to step up and kind of captain a team like that.
Right. He'll get there eventually.
Definitely.
Because he definitely, he has the potential for Donovan Mitchell is ridiculous. But I mean, he's just too young at this point. And if you're putting a 23, if you're expecting Donovan Mitchell to be the leader on a squad, that's all right, especially because he's a good scorer. But you have Kemba Walker's 29. We're talking about Mason Plumlee's 29.
Yeah.
Chris Middleton, 28 years old.
Marcus Smart, 25.
Brooke Lopez is 31. Joe Harris is 28. So Donovan Mitchell really isn't. He's not going to be able to take control. I'd say give him another 2-3 years, and he'll be that man.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he'd definitely probably be in the Olympics on that squad.
100%.
100%.
I think, like, to your point also, like, I'm just looking at this now, man. I think 3, maybe 4 people are over 30 on that team.
Yeah.
It's a young team. I didn't even think about that beforehand.
It is a younger team.
I mean, they don't have a lot of experience in the NBA, let alone on an international level where it's more physical, courts are smaller.
Yep.
I mean, it's I think not only Donovan, if you give this entire team time, NBA experience, international experience, I think we could have an all-star lineup in a couple, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think we could have a potentially FIBA winning team in a couple of years.
Absolutely.
But yeah, no, I mean, to lose to, I believe, Serbia, was it they lost to? Well, they lost to France recently.
Yeah, and then to eliminate them, they lost to Serbia.
Right. I mean, a lot of people look at it and be like, Serbia? Serbia? They don't even play, like, but no, they got, what's his name? They got Miles. No, excuse me. Mason.
Miles Turner's on the team.
No, I'm saying not USA. On Serbia.
Oh.
I know Serbia has.
Serbia and France. I mean, France is probably better than Serbia.
Oh yeah.
France was ridiculous. I mean, Rudy Gobert. I mean, you just
Defensive
can't go
player of the year last year.
You can't even go into the paint with Rudy Gobert.
You really
won
can't.
it 2 years in a row, right?
You really can't. I think so.
No, that's an easy block every time for Rudy.
Team. I'm looking up who their FIBA roster is.
And losing Jason Tatum was big too.
Was big too, yeah.
That was very big.
They have Nikola Jokic. That's who I was looking at.
Yeah.
He averaged 21 points a game.
That's not bad at all.
He top performance, efficiency per game. He was there, points per game, rebounds per game.
Joker. I mean, he's a man. Well,
and then they also have Bojan Bogdanovic.
Yeah.
So, I mean, to say, there wasn't talent on those other teams, that would be false.
No, yeah.
But for the amount of talent, albeit young talent, I'd say just give him time.
No,
I'm not,
yeah.
a lot of people are painting it like a bad picture. I
Yeah.
think I see it more as opportunity to grow.
Mhm.
They got a good experience in there. I think they placed what, 5th, 6th.
I believe it was either 6th or 7th.
Um,
And you can't take anything away from the coaching staff either. I mean, Steve Kerr as an assistant coach, Popovich.
I mean,
as a
when you
head
have
coach.
Steve Kerr as an assistant and then Popovich, I mean, wow. I don't know if has Kerr coached FIBA in past years.
I don't believe so.
Yeah, so I mean, everyone's new to the FIBA scene.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting from this year's tournament. I mean,
100%, yeah. And
so-
everyone, you remember in the beginning when all the reports came out, this person's dropping out, this person.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to be the face of this team, of this
Right.
losing USA team, and I think that says a lot because there really is no face anymore. There is
isn't,
no
yeah.
one to put the blame on. If we had to put blame on somebody, I have a question for you.
yeah.
If this team was an NBA roster, where would you put them in seeding?
Seating. I'll have to check the
last
start.
year.
You mean like the starting lineup?
I'm just talking about the whole this team USA basketball, this FIBA starting roster. We're talking Jaylen Brown, Donovan Mitchell, Jason Tatum, Miles Turner, Kemba Walker.
Well, it's easy for me. I mean, you basically have the Boston Celtics
Pretty much, yeah.
plus a few other players. I think these guys would be dominant.
I think
Are we talking post tournament? What are we
Mm.
talking? Or just like toss them into the NBA, no tournament at all? Because I think after this tournament, I'm going to get into that later, but I think Boston is going to really benefit from having four of its players.
Yeah.
Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown,
Jason Tatum,
and
Kemba Walker.
4 of their 5, I believe, starters
Yeah.
playing together in an international thing. I think if you put all of these guys, you'd have a stacked lineup in the NBA. Chris Middleton.
Yeah, and we're just adding.
Chris Middleton's coming off I believe he's coming off the bench as well.
Yeah, if you're just taking the Boston Celtics basically, and you're just adding Donovan Mitchell, you're just adding
Joe
Miles
Harris,
Turner. I mean,
Brooke Lopez, I
don't see why this team can't at least Eastern Conference Finals, maybe
100%.
probably Finals.
There's a lot of guys from the East. I just realized that.
It's mostly East.
Mostly East.
I can't even.
And especially the East this year. I mean, if you put this assortment of guys, definitely Eastern Finals.
Yeah,
Because who do you got? You got the Bucks.
we got Bucks.
They
this
got
year.
Giannis, Chris Middleton. Bledsoe's okay. Middleton's got a shot on him, but Giannis, I mean, we saw it last year. Unless he develops a jump shot, he can't carry that team.
Yeah.
You got the Nets.
Yeah, no. Well, this postseason he was working.
Oh,
and
he was
last year
working?
last year he was easily the most dominant person in.
Oh, 100%.
You know.
I'm not saying he's not dominant.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. I'm
No,
saying
absolutely.
I don't think he
But
has.
it was clear that he couldn't bring them to the finals.
Yeah, because if he got a free throw and a jump shot,
Yeah. Well,
Bucks.
yeah. Bucks 100%.
Bucks 100%.
And I don't see why they're not. I don't see them not being the first seed in the East this year. I don't know
even
who
with
would-
Philly.
That's right. Philly is there.
Boston with their FIBA roster. Because I feel like, Boston last year, I think Kyrie was the whole reason. I don't want to say the whole reason.
No.
You
Yeah.
take Kyrie out, you put Kemba in.
Yeah, I think that's a good move.
I think it's a very good
I
move.
think that was the best move they could have made this postseason.
Definitely. And then they dumped off Terry Rozier to.
Yeah. Terry Rozier was good though.
Oh, no, I'm not saying Terry Rozier wasn't good. I'm saying
Yeah.
I believe the Celtics won that trade
Yeah.
because the Hornets wildly overpaid.
100%.
Wildly overpaid for
And
Terry Rozier.
now Celtics can they can sign someone else.
Yeah, now they got a bunch of cap space. So it's kind of just like, the East is both conferences. I'd say the West a little bit more than the East is looking very, very competitive.
Yeah. Well, we'll get into the West in a minute because the West is a whole different, wild, wild West.
Yeah.
Whole different story. But yeah, especially with those clips that just came up of Ben Simmons with his jump shot.
That's what I was gonna get into.
He was hitting fadeaways.
Yeah,
he was hitting three-pointers.
His jump shot looks clean as
Yeah.
hell. I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
There is something to be said though about hitting jumpers in practice.
Yeah.
And putting that into a game. But with a guy like Joel Embiid, he spaces the floor pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
You got a good solid team around you. I think with a big like Joel, I think he's going to be getting open a lot.
Yeah.
Because Joel, he's like a magnet for defenses. He could just drive in, collapse the defense.
Yeah.
Ben Simmons hangs back, open three, bang, bang. You know?
Yeah. Well, the thing is with Ben Simmons is he was already so good. So he was already so. I mean, rookie of the year, beat down without a jump shot. I mean, I'm not saying he has to be a 40% 3-point shooter, but let's just say he gets a mid range. I mean, that's already going to put Philly up.
Yeah.
And who else did they acquire? Let me look at the rosters. They just acquired from Boston, I think.
76ers.
Yeah, 70s. They have Ben Simmons, Tobias Harris.
Harris.
Did he leave? Did Tobias Harris leave? What did he say?
I don't.
Al Horford.
They got
Al Horford.
that's who I'm thinking of. I was like, what?
He's gonna play power forward. He's not gonna play center.
It's ridiculous though. That's Al Horford.
That's
Al Horford's got a 3 on him.
He does. The floor. Yeah.
The floor will be spaced.
The floor is gonna be spaced. Ben Simmons is not gonna have to worry about trouble getting in the paint.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna be able to kick it out to Embiid. He's gonna be able to kick it out to Al Horford. He's gonna be able to kick it out to Tobias Harris.
It's gonna be the Philadelphia.
I'm
76ers.
excited. I'm excited for Philly. I'm almost excited for Philly. You know what? I'd probably put Boston and Philly. I'm probably
on the same.
Equally, yeah, I'm equally excited to see both of them play. I think it's gonna be a hell of a rivalry this year.
Definitely, I'd say coming out of the East. Who would you give it to? I'm gonna let you go first on this one.
I mean, way too early predictions. Way too early. I think. I don't think we should sleep on the Brooklyn Nets.
You don't think so?
I don't think we should.
Kyrie coming off an injury.
But the Brooklyn Nets were already a good team.
They were
decent,
considering they didn't have a first-round pick in a while.
Yeah, after the All-Star break, they really stepped it up, and now we're just adding Kyrie Irving, who you're right is coming off injury, but we're still adding Kyrie Irving. I don't see them making it to the finals.
I think they'd sneak into the playoffs.
I think they're definitely going to make the playoffs. I don't see them making it to the finals. I'm definitely going to take Celtics, Bucks, and Philly over them.
Is there anyone else in the East? Let me see.
Knicks.
The Knicks.
Raptors also. I see them sneaking their way in.
Probably like an
7th,
8th seed. Orlando's got a decent core.
And Miami Heat just added Jimmy Butler.
Well, that's true. Oh, wow. So this is a much more open Eastern Conference than I originally thought. The Detroit Pistons, they could sneak in.
Yeah, Derrick Rose, Blake Griffin.
Yeah.
And
that's ridiculous.
And Andre Drummond.
Not to mention the Hawks. I mean, I think what the East will be is a lot of teams. So you've got the teams that are – it's kind of like switch because last year, correct me if I'm wrong, it was the Western Conference. It was kind of like a dogfight for the 3 heads on top.
Right.
I think it's kind of switched this year. You know what I mean? Because now the West is kind of like you don't know. You really don't know.
We definitely don't know, yeah.
East is like you got teams like you said, like the Detroit Pistons, Orlando Magic, Brooklyn Nets, that are kind of fighting for maybe like the 7th, 6th, 8th seed.
Yep.
And then you got Bucks, Philadelphia, Boston. I mean, that are kind of just like, they're gonna make it until at least a late playoff run.
Yep. With the West, we can move on to the West.
Okay.
The thing is, I think with the East, the biggest difference, because last year the East and the West did become more equal. Like a couple of years ago, it was very unbalanced. Like the West was obviously just a better conference. I think this year the East has more teams that have something to prove, while the West has more veteran players looking to capture to get a ring. Really, I mean, you're looking at top 2 teams. We're looking at Kawhi Leonard on the Clippers.
Paul George,
Kawhi
nasty.
Leonard, that's gonna be a hell of a duo.
Don't even get me started on them.
Right under them. Well, not even under them. People putting them equally as the Lakers with LeBron and AD. People are saying LeBron is getting old.
Yeah. Do you mind if I just ask?
Yeah.
Would you put Lakers on the same plane? Because for me, I love the fact that you got a guy like Anthony Davis, LeBron. Those guys are going to be, LeBron's obviously passing IQ off the charts.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Davis, a scoring god.
Yeah.
They're both and you consider the fact that they take off, literally by them two being on the same team, they take off the pressure from each other's workload.
Right.
Where
absolutely.
LeBron last year was, he was doing what LeBron does, which is literally just carry.
Yeah.
Now you got Anthony Davis doing remotely the same thing on the Pelicans.
Right.
Now you got the two, and it's like, well, I got LeBron, and LeBron can pass it to Davis, Davis can pass it to LeBron, they can stretch the floor, all that good stuff. My only one issue with the Lakers is their guard situation.
Yeah.
Their guard situation.
They lost a lot in that trade.
They did.
Yeah.
They did. They lost the solid young core. I think Danny Green's okay.
Well, Ingram is coming up.
You mean Ingram on the
Oh, Ingram. No.
Yeah, no, he went to.
That's
No,
right.
all good.
Who stayed?
Let me
Who
see.
stayed in Lakers?
Let me check.
We got
Roster.
we got Rondo back. We got Caldwell Pope.
Costas? Oh, I forgot Costas went
Kuzma.
to.
That's what I was thinking of. Kuzma.
Kuzma. Oh yeah, no Kuzma. Actually, you know what? Oh, but he plays power forward. So where would they put him? I wonder. Huh.
The thing is with the Lakers is that, what's gonna happen is like it's gonna be fun to watch the Lake Show, and they're gonna put on a show. But when it comes to the playoffs, I mean, we're talking about, let's say they both go to the Western Conference Finals. We're talking about a Clippers team with Kawhi Leonard, one of the best defensive players of all time, and Paul George, who was top 3 in Defensive Player of the Year last year. I mean, like, when defense counts, like in the playoffs, I think the Clippers have an edge.
Definitely. Not only I think also at the guard position. I mean, you got Pat Bev.
Yeah.
Crazy defense to complement two of, in my opinion, the best two-way defensive forwards.
Mm-hmm.
Not of all time, but definitely in the league right now. And then you got sneaky Lou Williams.
I'm excited to see Lou Williams play. I always love watching Lou Williams play.
I'm excited to see these guys cook. Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. And so I mean, way too early predictions. When I'm thinking of this year's Clippers, I'm thinking we might be witnessing one of the best defensive teams of all time.
I'd have to think. Yeah. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if there's like, you got a defensive spot for every single position.
Yeah.
There's not like the Golden State Warriors.
There's no holes.
There's no holes. Like the Golden State Warriors, Clay, great defensive guard.
Yeah, Draymond Green, obviously.
But then you have Steph.
Right.
Defense is.
And so what they would do is they would just switch off on Steph. But who are you going to switch off on?
I saw an Instagram meme where it was like, like guards when they Pat Bev switches onto them, and then Kawhi switches onto them, and then Paul George switches onto them. It's gonna be ridiculous.
It's gonna be really fun to watch. And they got Patrick Beverley playing point guard, it looks like.
Yeah, projected starting lineup.
I'm excited to see that team. And besides those top 2 teams in the West, we'll get off them for a second. We also have Portland Trailblazers, who only got better since last year.
Yeah, they're in
They're still kind of in like a limbo spot.
But they definitely can make a case.
Yeah, and then Golden State Warriors, of course. Clay's not going to be there.
How do you feel about them? Let me ask you.
I'm excited to see what Steph Curry's going to do. I can't wait to see, because, regardless of how you feel about the Warriors, Steph Curry is just greatness embodied, pretty much.
100%.
He
dropped 45 with nobody around him last playoff series.
Who was the last person to do that before him was LeBron. I mean, that's the level we're putting. If that's the level we're putting Curry at. First time unanimous MVP, 2-time MVP, 3 rings. I mean, he choked in the finals. We can't say he didn't, but I mean that is still Stephen Curry.
It is.
And you still got Draymond Green. You took out Kevin Durant, and there's no way you could ever replace a guy like Kevin Durant. But if you had to, I don't think D'Angelo Russell's a bad person to go with.
He's definitely not.
What about you? How do you feel about the Warriors?
So I thought about a lot about this. To me, this Warriors squad, right? I have to check there. So it'd be Draymond Green, Stephen Curry, D'Angelo Russell, Glenn Robinson, and Willie Cauley-Stein. So I think the Warriors are in a similar position to where they were. Drop the bottle, guy.
Yeah.
I think they're in a similar position to where they were when they would be battling with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Obviously, before they acquired Kevin Durant. So I think they still are very much a threat in that Western Conference. Yeah. I don't think they're going anywhere. I think they still have a bid to be in that chip situation.
Absolutely.
I don't think that the Warriors are going anywhere. Obviously, I mean, D'Angelo Russell, defense, not really great.
Steph Curry, defense, not really great.
So I'm interested to see how that defense is going to play out. They still have Draymond Green. He's a strong defensive presence. Glenn Robinson, I'm not sure. Willie Cauley-Stein, again, I'm not sure.
Yep.
But
Willie Cauley-Stein's pretty good
defensively.
Yeah, and you still got Draymond.
That's true.
That's a very good point that you make. I'm excited to see what they're gonna do, is because, like you're talking about in that 2016, 2015 year, you have to remember they were young and hungry. Stephen Curry's now the oldest person on the team, so.
It's pretty ridiculous.
I'm excited to see what Steph Curry's gonna do. I mean, I just can't wait for NBA basketball to start.
That's a fact. And then who else we got? Who else we were forgetting?
Well, we got to talk about Trailblazers a little bit. We got Lillard coming off that shot. He's coming off full confidence.
And didn't he get a max?
Yeah.
He got a max. I think they gave a good amount of
He's
money
29.
to CJ.
This is his prime.
Definitely.
I'm excited. I'm definitely excited to see Damian Lillard. CJ McCollum, he's always been solid.
Solid back,
28 years old. He's in his prime as well.
I see him as kind of like the Robin to Batman, which is obviously Dame. Yeah. So
Dame
Dollar, and they got rapper extraordinaire. Zach Collins at power forward. He's all right. Hassan Whiteside, good defense.
Yep.
Crazy blocking.
You can't forget about Rodney Hood. He also makes a difference on the team.
Kent Bazemore.
Yeah. Did you know that Rodney Hood's son is named Rich Hood?
No way.
Yeah.
Rich Hood?
Rich Hood, yeah.
Why?
Hood Rich. I don't know. I just think it's funny.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and they have Nurkic, Hassan Whiteside they added, which is very solid center.
They got. I feel like they have a lot of mobility at the big position.
Oh yeah.
So it's interesting. I think you were talking about this earlier. They upgraded from last year.
They did.
And last year they edged it out against a pretty competitive Denver squad, which I want to touch on a little bit.
Yeah, no, we got to talk about Denver too.
I think they make some ripples this year as well.
Yeah, I don't see them really. I don't see them making it to the finals.
No.
But I do see this little Portland dynasty that's going on. I see it only getting better.
They're slowly just growing up.
Yeah, they're doing it the right way. They're growing in the right way. It's just taking too long. That's the problem. It's just been this roster's been the same five players since 2014.
Something like that.
And it's a shame because I think they expected to add more people and to grow more, but
this offseason, you mean?
Just in general over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
But they did get lucky landing Lillard because he's very loyal. He loves it in Portland.
Yeah. Didn't he say he wants to stay there for the rest of his career? Or I could be wrong.
He said he'd rather not win a ring than leave Portland and win a ring somewhere else. And I respect that.
That's respect. I mean, the ESPN app has them as the 3rd seed over Houston.
Really?
Over Jazz, yeah.
Over Houston?
Oh, I'm stupid. Wait, hold on. This is the standings for 18-19.
Oh.
I checked that wrong. Never mind. I was about to be like, yo, what?
Yeah. Well, that's also a good point. We do need to talk about Houston. Want to talk about Houston next?
Sure, let's do it.
Go ahead.
You want my thoughts? You want my thoughts? So you got a guy like Russell Westbrook. I'm an OKC fan.
Right.
I loved Russ. I'm not going to be like a super fan or like a stan or anything and say that he wasn't detrimental to our team somehow with his stat padding and his general lack of control. Did he bring us? I'm happy for the memories he brought us.
The performance.
He stole the show. He was that guy that would put asses in seats.
Yep.
We weren't winning a chip with him. I'd rather us go into rebuild mode than have him still, because we got like something crazy like 8 first-round protected picks.
Right.
So we're gonna be chilling. I'm just gonna be I'll go to some other team for now. I'm gonna be a team for like 6 years, and then I'll wait for 6 years, and we'll be good again. I think because we got pretty good drafting and good management, so I'm not really worried about that. But Houston, Harden, they replaced Russell Westbrook with, or they replaced Chris Paul with Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
My thinking would be that this is either one of like the craziest underrated moves of the offseason, and they turn out to be like really good. Because keep in mind, these guys have played together before, and it's been somewhat good. I don't know if they had Harden. They had Harden run at shooting guard when he was on Oklahoma, and then they would have Russ at point guard. But either this is like one of the cool, like the best, like underrated moves, and they turn out to be a chip contender, or this is horrific.
Right. Yeah.
This is horrific. They don't. Well, they get like a good amount. They'd sneak into the playoffs regardless. But I think there's no happy medium. You know what I mean? They got a good team around them: Clint Capella, Eric Gordon. But I don't. I don't see there being a happy medium. What about you?
How I feel. I mean, this is how I think. I mean, Russell Westbrook is going to be a beast no matter what. He's getting older. The thing is with Russell Westbrook is Harden and Westbrook played together. They're pretty good friends. I think the chemistry's up there. I'm excited to see them play together. The reason I don't think that there's going to be a problem between the two of them when it comes to sharing the ball is because if you look back on OKC last year, when Russ started to trust Paul George more, he had no problem dumping the ball off to Paul George and letting Paul George do his thing, and that happened many a times, and it came out successful.
It's true.
I don't think that there's anybody in the NBA, that Russell Westbrook might trust more than Harden. I mean, they play together in OKC, they play in the Drew League offseason, stuff like that. So I think Harden might be almost perfect replacement for Paul George.
I didn't even think about that. That's a good point. That's definitely a good point.
As long as Westbrook gets in that, he understands that, he can't be the
guy anymore.
It's not even just about being the guy. It's just he can't, he has to let Harden do his thing, and I don't think he's gonna have a problem doing that.
Definitely.
When he was younger, maybe, because that's what drove Kevin Durant away. But I think now that he's a little bit older, he knows what he's doing. His athleticism coming down a little bit more. He shot something stupid like 22% from three last year.
He's got to work on that three.
I don't see why he's not just gonna run in and kick it out to Harden.
Or maybe he could just pull a whatchamacallit, Blake Griffin.
Yeah.
And literally just refine his game.
Yep.
If he did that,
well, he's gonna have to.
He's gonna have to. All right. Who else we got here?
Well, we got Nuggets and we got New Orleans.
Okay, and then I wanted to touch briefly on the Utah Jazz.
Yeah, we gotta talk about Utah.
Denver. I see Denver and the Portland Trailblazers. Blazers hit an upgrade. Denver still a problem, I think. Yeah. Personally.
I agree.
I mean, Murray, you got Nikola Jokic.
Mm-hmm.
Who else here? We got the projected starting lineup. Let me see if I can pull this up here. Where is it?
I got it right here.
You got it right here?
Yeah. Got Jamal Murray.
Monte Morris.
Gary Harris.
Right.
I think he's a little bit underrated.
Definitely. Torrey Craig. Will Barton. Yeah, I think, you know what? They're in a similar situation. Paul Millsap, Michael Porter. Ooh, wait. Michael Porter Jr. He had the whatchamacallit, the injury. Is he coming off of that? Or is he still... No, he's still dealing with that. He's going to be out for most of the season.
Yeah.
Regardless, though, I see them getting better down the road.
Yeah.
This year, they're pretty dangerous, but they're not going to make the chip, I don't think. It's going to be a similar year to last year.
I think it's going to be almost exactly the same.
Pretty much.
The thing with not Clippers, the Nuggets is that they're kind of a threat, but as in like they're all of them like just a bunch of decent pieces working together.
Yeah. To
get wins during the regular season. I don't see them going past the second round max.
I think they exited in the second round last year.
I thought they exited
the third round. It was to Portland. It was in a.
I thought it was the first round because then Portland lost to the Warriors in the second. Oh no. Portland made it to the. Yeah, just look it up. Portland made it to the Western Conference Finals last year against the Warriors.
So it might have been the second, right? Because playoff.
Yeah, I think it was the second.
Playoff bracket. Okay, let's see. Denver, Portland. Yeah, they left in the second round.
Yeah.
Conference semifinals.
Yep.
So, yeah, I think it's going to be a similar year.
That's right, and he hit that shot on OKC in the first round.
Yeah. Don't remind me. So, yeah, basically Denver, similar year to last year. Obviously a stronger division, but, Denver has the tools to get it done. Nikola Jokic, he's an overall just well-polished big.
Yeah.
There's nothing he really can't do.
No, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if you
great
want...
passer.
Great passer. I believe he's a three-point shooter? I could be wrong.
I think he has a 3-point shot.
He has a 3-point shot. He can take it down to the hole.
He's so good.
He's yeah.
He's well-rounded. He has no problem running the fast break.
Yeah. So I think they'll get into the playoffs like most, but they're not going to really do anything too crazy.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to take Rockets, Clippers, Warriors over them.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. 100%. And then we got the Jazz, and then the we really want to talk about Dallas. I mean, Dallas.
I want to talk about Dallas and New Orleans.
Dallas and New Orleans? Okay.
Yeah.
Because, all right, so you want to talk about Dallas real quick then?
Yeah, sure.
With the EuroLeague All-Star team.
Yeah.
Kristaps, Luka, Delon Wright, Justin Jackson. Obviously, they're not, but you got the two big guys there.
Yep.
I'm kind of, I think, I don't want to put any predisposed judgments on this just because I've seen these two guys play separately.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen them play together. The last time, I believe it was not 13-14 season. 16-17 was the last time that Porzingis played.
Yeah, I think it was 17.
17. So he hasn't played in a while. I'm sure he's been working on his game though.
Oh yeah, he got big.
He did.
Yeah,
oh, that's right. Yeah, he got.
I saw that
same
picture.
with Luka.
Yeah.
Justin Jackson.
I'm so excited for Luka.
Luka's gonna be crazy.
I miss Luka basketball.
Something about Luka, bro. It must be what they're doing over in the EuroLeague, where they just teach him all solid fundamentals. He just hits crazy shots. It's ridiculous. He had something like 327 shots in his first 15 games, or 327 points in his first 3 or 4 games.
Yeah,
something ridiculous like that.
He's definitely competing with LeBron for his rookie stats and records and everything.
It's ridiculous.
I think Luka had easily the best rookie season in recent memory.
Definitely. He got Rookie of the Year last year.
Yeah, easily, though.
Yeah.
I mean, Trae Young started coming up a little bit after the All-Star break, but Luka was just killing it, man.
28-point game, game winner.
Yeah.
Or 28-foot game winner.
He also had a game winner on a dunk. I mean, who does that?
Yeah, who does that?
Who does
Fadeaway against Portland, I believe. Ridiculous,
so
bro.
So good.
I'm excited to see the Mavericks. How do you think they're going to do?
I think there's some pretty solid pieces. Obviously, they're building around Luka. Porzingis is going to come in, and honestly, I don't see Porzingis doing anything but complementing Luka's play style. They have Tim Hardaway Jr., Seth Curry, Courtney Lee, all solid.
That's true.
People who can hold you down.
Yeah.
Of course, they're definitely not going to be contended. Their championship window is not going to open up for at least another 3-4 years probably. They have a lot of growing to do, especially because Porzingis is still pretty young. Porzingis is 24?
Let's see.
Yeah, Porzingis is 24 years old.
24? Wow. Huh.
I don't even think he's really in his prime.
No, he's not.
He's definitely not going to be in his prime this year because he's coming off injury.
Coming off injury, right.
But this team is going to be scary in a couple years, and I'm excited to see their growth. I'm excited to watch them grow.
Definitely.
You going to do Jazz or Pelicans?
Whatever you want.
I think let's get the Jazz out of the way.
Jazz out of the way because the Pelicans the real.
Yeah, I got a lot to talk about with the Pelicans.
Okay. Jazz, your thoughts?
Let's see. Well, we have Donovan Mitchell.
Mike Conley.
We have Joe Ingles, underrated guard.
Definitely.
We have Jeff Green. We have Rudy Gobert. Right now, the best defensive player in our league. Great shot blocker. Took out USA basketball.
Yeah.
He was part of that murder squad.
That murder squad that took out the entire USA team.
Put a hit on USA basketball. He put a hit out on his teammate, man.
Get a sniper on that entire team.
I don't think they didn't really do anything big over the summer, and they're probably going to be pretty stagnant. They're probably going to be in the same place they were.
Yeah. I think that's been the Jazz's MO for the last couple of years. They don't really make any big name signings. They always have that nice just core where you look at it and you're like, wow, that's pretty solid. I don't see anything wrong with that. They didn't make any stupid management decisions, no bad drafting decisions, but they're just kind of there.
Yeah, I mean,
they're like the wallflower of the NBA. They're there. They got a solid core, but they're not going to really,
absolutely
do anything. I don't know. Do you think they're making it into the playoffs?
I definitely think they're gonna make it the playoffs. Mike Conley's getting older. He's a pretty decent point guard. But so is Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell, he's going into his junior year, his
third year, I think.
And I'm excited to see Donovan Mitchell.
Definitely.
I'm very excited to see Donovan Mitchell. And like you said, they just have a lot of good pieces. The only problem is they're getting a little bit old. Joe Ingles is 32. And let's see how old is Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert is only 27. Rudy Gobert definitely got something growing to do. He's probably entering his prime just about now. Maybe entered his prime last year. I'm definitely excited about the Utah Jazz, though. The problem with the Jazz is no one wants to play in Utah.
Yeah, it's not a big market.
No, it's not. And, that's always going to be their burden.
I've been to Utah, and I'm like, how is there a NBA team here? It's just all, like, red rocks and just desert.
Right. A bunch of big-time NBA players don't really want to go to Utah. They'd rather go to Lakers.
I don't blame them.
Yeah, I don't blame them either.
Alrighty. And for the blockbuster, and then we'll talk about some of the rookies, and then we'll probably get out of here. So, Pelicans,
man. Go ahead. Tell me your thoughts.
Lonzo Ball, Drew Holiday, Brandon Ingram, Zion Williamson, and Derek Favors. So you got Lakers rejects, crazy once-in-a-generation athlete,
yep,
and then Derek Favors, who I know Derek Favors is solid. He's been he one of the lackluster third overall picks. Yeah, he's kind of like, all right, it's Derek Favors. He's there.
Yeah.
He complements your team. But when you got guys like, Lonzo Ball still has a lot of growing to do. I think personally he's shown a lot of upward momentum.
Oh yeah, Lonzo. I think Lonzo Ball has been doing
underrated defense.
Yeah, great defender.
Locked up some dudes.
He's not gonna have to be a good scorer either because
Zion Williamson.
There you go.
Zion Williamson, crazy athleticism. Brandon Ingram, a lot of length.
Right.
In his frame, last year he was 950 points over 52 games. He's solid. Steals 28, blocks 31. Correct me if I'm wrong. He's more of an inside player. Does he ever really have a three? I don't think so.
Who, Zion?
No, Ingram.
No, I don't think, not yet.
So they're gonna have a lot of,
They have very good pieces.
They have very good pieces, but save like Lonzo and probably Giroux. They don't really have There's be more of like a glass crashing kind of team. Yeah. In my opinion, at least. I'm
so excited to see Lonzo and Zion team growing together, getting that. I see the Pelicans being top 2 seed in the next 5 years.
Definitely, if they can gel, which I know Lonzo Ball and Zion have been complementary of each other in the past. Yeah. So if these guys gel, they could be a big problem. I'm so excited. And you also got to give Josh Hart, up and coming. That's true. Off the bench. They're not even starting him. Yeah, no. JJ Redick also. He's old. He's old, but he's from Philly. Good, that's very good veteran. JJ Redick's going to do a lot from three. for the young core. And since that complements their glass crashing, you know what I mean? Absolutely. you got a little bit of a 3-ball in there. Mm-hmm. You got some good defense. Yeah. I think definitely, like you said, 2 years, this team could be nasty. Yep. Now, I want to talk about the rookies. The Grizzlies, Jared Jackson. John Morant. Yeah, Jonas Valanciunas. John Morant is the one I really want to get to. I'm excited to see I love John Morant. Watching John Morant play is going to be fun. It's definitely. To me, we talked about this earlier. Yep. He's more of a pass-first Russell Westbrook with a 3-ball. Yeah. Some of his dunks, it's been like, dude. I'm so excited. John Morant's just going to, I think he's going to, I think Zion Williamson probably going to get Rookie of the Year, but I think John Morant's going to give him a good run for his money. Good run for his money. I think also just because of the Pelicans starting lineup. Yeah. Guys with a little bit more experience. Right, a little bit more Pelicans talent. Just have a better team. Yeah, they have a little bit, but they lucked out with that first pick, man. They did. Yeah. I didn't even see it coming, dude. I was watching and I was like, wait a minute. Yeah. I was for sure that the Knicks were gonna get it. Everybody was, bro. The Knicks should have got it. The Knicks, every single Knicks fan, bro. The Knicks should have got it, bro. Tell me your honest reaction when that happened. What were you doing? Any Knicks fan can tell you where they were when they found out they weren't getting the first pick. But no, I was like, they said third pick, and I was like, yeah, and because they said the Knicks, and then we're just like, the third pick. But you can't complain about a third pick.
Obviously we wanted the first pick, but we're not unhappy with what we got. I mean, R.J. Barrett has crazy amount of talent and potential, and Knicks have a pretty young core, so like obviously we wanted the first pick, but I don't see us. I don't think any Knicks fans are really complaining about RJ. I think we're very happy.
I think he was
with RJ.
definitely a solid pick.
Great pick. I think we're gonna be happy that we took him, and it's just the thing is that Zion just overshadowed every other rookie. I mean, John Morant and RJ Barrett would easily be the best players in last year's draft.
Oh yeah, last year's draft class was kind of eh.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I don't think you can really complain about a number. It's just Zion Williamson overshadowed everything by so much because of like his high school clips and everything. So
100%. Yeah. No, do you think they should rebuild around RJ once he gets a little bit more experience? Or do you think they should keep this core they got going on? Kevin Knox, Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson, Dennis Smith Jr. It's not, like you said, not at all a bad, core.
I think they should keep them together.
Think so?
I think that those young first and second year players, I think those should be Knicks' top priority, off the table for trades, unless it's like something really like say you're gonna land like I don't know, freaking Joel Embiid or something. But I really like this young core, and as a Knicks fan, I'm very happy I'm very pleased to watch them grow. I have no problem doing that at all.
Were you mad when Kyrie and KD were supposed to get maxes, and then the Knicks weirdly kind of lowballed them?
That was interesting for me because, well, first of all, I don't disagree with the Knicks for doing that. Really? I know everybody was freaking out. Why would the Knicks suck? Like the front office is horrible.
Yeah, to me it was a weird move.
The Knicks do have a horrible front office. No one's saying they don't. The thing is that KD's not even playing this year. Okay. We don't need to be like we already learned our lesson with Carmelo. We don't need to be giving these max contracts to people who we're putting too much. Like we don't want to put too much faith, and we have a young core that we want to build and grow. So like, why are we gonna sign an old injured KD? Not an old injured, but you know what I'm saying.
Just an injured, yeah.
And Kyrie is also coming out. Like they're just not gonna. They're not gonna come onto the Knicks and do what everyone thinks they're gonna do. And the Nets is a better place for them. The Knicks really just don't need KD and Kyrie there. I just don't think that's something the Knicks need. This year at least.
Interesting. I guess I could talk about mine, and then we got to wrap it up.
Yeah,
we're coming up on 45.
Let's talk about OKC.
OKC.
Because they're in an interesting position right now, too.
They've always been. I think OKC's kind of just been in like a weird purgatory state for the last couple of years.
Yep.
Or last, like, since, 13, 14?
Mm-hmm.
They've been like, they were on
since they lost Westbrook.
Since they lost Westbrook. Well, actually, I'd be willing to bet, we kind of got destined for like that first round exit. And that's after like Kevin Durant left.
Yeah.
We had a solid squad before that, and obviously we got Paul George, Carmelo, and then Westbrook. So they kind of were like if you were to look at like a heartbeat monitor of our organization, it would be like kind of so you got Kevin Durant, you got Harden.
Yeah.
Harden, they I believe they traded him for Pascal Siakam. I could be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It was either Pascal. It was one. He plays for.
They definitely lost a big piece.
They lost a big piece in Harden because he was running sixth. But yeah, they did trade for Pascal. So, let me check that. Hold on. I just want to make sure I'm absolutely correct on that. Justin Jackson. I don't care about Justin Jackson.
They definitely should have. I think when it came down to it, they had to get rid of somebody for the space, and they chose Westbrook, which was good because Westbrook is loyal. But I mean, I think if they had to do that decision again, they would choose Harden.
Yeah, no, definitely. 100%. Yeah, they did get Pascal.
Yeah, they got Pascal.
So they're here. They have Harden, they have Westbrook, they have KD, and it started. Supposed to go down. They lose Harden.
Yep.
This is coming into like they got that elimination to Golden State.
Yep.
KD up and leaves. They're slowly going down. They get Paul George. They get Carmelo. They're kind of here.
Mm-hmm.
Dame hits a last minute crazy shot.
It's all
boom.
over. Yep. Done.
Next couple years, boom.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Me personally, we got great drafting. I'm not sweating it too much. This year, we don't really have any notables. I like Shai Gilgeous Alexander. I like Chris Paul. I mean, we're going to be like a bottom feeder, but we won't be like terrible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we're just going to be there. We're going to be like, I don't want to say we're a step down from the Jazz, but we're going to just be there.
Well, you got Chris Paul, 34 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Older Chris Paul, not going to really be doing anything. Dennis Schroeder, not a bad piece.
Not a bad piece at all. Danilo Gallinari, good defense.
This is definitely, like, they got a lot of first rounders, so, like, they're going to be pretty much set.
Yeah.
But this year, I don't, they're not going to.
I don't think they're going to play badly because they still have Steven Adams, Danilo, Shai, Chris Paul could lead the team.
They have good pieces.
They have good pieces. Yeah. I think Chris Paul leads the team a little bit better than Westbrook did. Obviously, he's still a step down from Westbrook, but, Chris Paul, you see him in past years, he argues with, other players about plays. He's more of a floor general, floor coach. Yeah. I think he'll be a better leader.
If they let him lead.
If they let him lead on floor, around the room, the locker room. I just think that we're going to kind of be stagnant this year. And I'm okay with that because we'll be.
And that's only going to get you like a higher pick.
That's what I'm saying. We already got crazy amount of something like 8, 9 first round protected even.
You should be rooting that they play bad.
That's what I'm saying. We're gonna literally have everyone else's first round. It's gonna be like first round. Who did you think? Right. OKC. So I'm excited for that personally. And I think that's been the 50. That's it for today's episode. I had fun.
I had a lot of fun. Yeah.
And we'll probably see you guys next. What is it? Friday.
Sure.
Probably see you guys next Friday. All right.